Heidi hey campers, 'tis I, Ladaz, again. Well, what have I been up to over the last couple of weeks? I know I haven't put any videos out really. It's that time of year where everything's a bit slow. But yeah, I've done my winter pond prep, which basically entails turning the skimmer off, turning the main pump down about 50%, and turning the air off. So I'm not going to do a video on that because really boring, really boring. It's what I've done for the last God knows how many years, and it's what I intend to keep on doing. We've been to Daz's koi farm last weekend. Came back with a few more fish for the fry vat. We went to Mick Lawson's and I helped fit his 2 retro bottom drains, very similar to the way I've got mine set up. Seemed to be working really well. I didn't do any shooting a video because I'm useless at that sort of stuff. I always forget to bloody shoot the video. All I managed to do was get a few minutes footage of the fry that I bought. They're kind of fry, they're not really fry, they're a bit bigger than fry. So if you want to see all the footage of that and the hilarity that went on doing mixed bottom drains, nip along to GKP, Gaz's Koi Pond. On his channel there's a load of video footage of the shenanigans that went on there. So that was last weekend. This week has been mainly chasing the insurance company about the conservatory. Well, yeah, talk to the conservatory. Someone said to me the other day, why don't I put out some instructional videos on koi if I'm so clever and not put out so much footage of the conservatory? Well, the conservatory footage was for the insurance company so they could see what was going on. That's why that went on my channel. And strangely enough, some of those conservatory footages have been my best viewed videos, believe it or not. So, yeah, there you go. And on that point, it's also said to me that I'm such a smart ass. And, you know, if I know so much, I should be putting out instructional videos. Well, if I want to put out an instructional video, then I will. But this is the way I work. This is how I impart my knowledge. When I see somebody put out something that I've never heard of on a video, I will ask a question. So if you put out, and I'm going to use this example, that you have a Sorghoi achiever, and to the best of my knowledge, an achiever is a cross between a Sorghoi and a Chagoi, I'm going to ask, is a Sorghoi achiever a new line? I've never heard of it, because I like to expand my knowledge. And yes, you are quite right, you can be keeping koi 40 years and be doing it wrong for 40 years. However, I've had fish that have lived for 30 odd years, so I don't think I was doing it that wrong. If I see people putting out, and I'm going to use this example, internal costia, and I did a video about it, and so did other people, and I spoke to the person concerned and I said, is this a new thing that I've not heard of? And they went, no it's not, it's just the way I described it. I like to find out when I hear something new, whether it is something new, whether it is something that someone is spreading around that is total bullshit, or whether I've misinterpreted something, or whether they're just explaining it in a strange way. I'm not being a smart ass, as you put it. Yeah, I'm asking a question. And if I don't agree with that question, then I'll put my side of what I know and what I've learnt over 40 years to that person. That's not belittling them. It's not bullying them. It's, right, you're saying this, I've never heard of that. As I understand it, this is what it is. Simple. Yeah? That's how I impart information to people and educate people on an individual basis. If you want to take that as me being a smart ass and a know-it-all and everything else, fine, do that. It's not a problem to me. I've been keeping koi a very long time, and yes, things do move on. Drum filters weren't around. In fact, multi-bays were only just coming out when I was long into my koi keeping. Yeah. So things do move on, things do change. Yeah. And I don't like to be stuck 100% in the past, although I am a bit of a traditionalist the way I keep koi. But I don't like to be stuck in the past. I do like to keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on, and if there is something new, I'm curious enough to try and find out about it. And if you want to think that's being a smart ass, you crack on, guys. You absolutely crack on. I have no problem with that at all. I just won't ask the question. I'll go and do my own research, which is a lot more long-winded, but there you go. But that's how I educate people. I go, well, actually, you know, quarantine. Quarantine. Yeah. The actual word quarantine comes from the Latin for 40 days, which is 6 weeks. That's what quarantine means. Yeah. Has been for as long as I've been keeping koi. If you do a 2-week quarantine, then yeah, it might be over and above what's already been done, but if you're going to quarantine a fish and set up a separate system for that, you should be quarantining for 6 weeks. And that's always been the industry standard, 6 to 8 weeks quarantine. Because biological organisms don't change. They take that long to come out. It's not a case of, you know, someone's just made it up for the fun of it. You know, it's always been that way. And a 2-week quarantine will not prove anything to you whether that fish has anything underlying. It's simple biology. And if someone says, I'm going to do a 2-week quarantine, I will turn around and say, that's not long enough. You're wasting your time. You might as well just put the fish straight in the pond. It's as simple as that. You're running a separate system for nothing. And with energy prices the way they are, why bother if it doesn't actually prove anything? And yes, I know it's over and above a quarantine that a dealer may have done or whatever, but if you're going to do a quarantine and you want to make sure that fish is perfectly 100% okay, it's a 6-week period. Unless, of course, something has changed in the last 40 years that I don't know about, which says that biological organisms show themselves up a lot faster. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Yeah. People are putting out information on how they do things. That's fine. That's fine. You do it exactly how you want to do it. But if what you're doing is pointless, and I know it's pointless, I'm going to say it's pointless, because I'm going to point out that you're wasting your time, your money, your energy. Simple. If you want to carry on and do it, you crack on, mate. Not a problem. Have no problem with that at all. Yeah? But I will point out when I think something is pointless or something is wrong, and I'll try and find out why someone is doing it that way, why someone is using that term to further this. And then when they tell me why they do that and why that, I'll then go and research it myself. As simple as that. So if you think I'm a smart ass and you think I'm belittling people and you think I'm bullying people, it's quite simple. Click off the channel, unsubscribe, block, whatever. Have no issue with that at all. But I am not going to change the way I do things and the way I put across a question because it may upset someone. And yeah, you are right. I have been told many, many times that I have an unfortunate way of speaking to people. That has been the case for 50 years. It ain't going to change tomorrow. So take me for who I am or don't. Simple. I have no issue with that at all. But I will never stop questioning and learning and improving my knowledge because somebody feels that I asked them in the wrong way. It's quite simple. So, rant over. Few video clips. One of how I mix up my winter mix of food. Little educational video. Couple of little shots of the pond because I've been told that I haven't put anything up about my pond for ages. So what's going on? Well, nothing's going on. Yeah, the pond's absolutely fine. What was the other comment that was made? Oh yeah. If I had an epic pond and epic filtration system, then I might have more credibility. Well, let's put it to you this way. I've got a 25,000 litre pond. I've got a couple of hundred fish in there. My water parameters are bang on. So my filtration system must be working in the way it should. Is my filtration system a £5,000, £10,000 Burton system? No. It's a homemade system that I cobbled together 12, 18 months ago, maybe. Does it look pretty? No. Does it work? Yes, it does. Is my pond the prettiest pond in the world? No, it's not. Why isn't it? Because I haven't been able to finish it because of this that I've got to have surgery on next year because it's knackered and I haven't been able to finish my pond. There you go. Happy now? Good. Great. Fantastic. And hopefully next year a few of the lads are going to come down and give me a hand to do it because I can't physically do it myself anymore. Alright? So, does my pond work? Simple answer, yes. Do my filters work? Simple answer, yes. Are they all singing, all dancing, super fandangled ones? No. Because I know enough about filtration to build my own and they work absolutely fine. Rant over, guys. Few video clips. Wouldn't be Skeggy without a rant, would it? See you later. Here comes the director.
Whoa. Stop. Start again. Skeg.
Hi guys.
The director.
The director.
Hi guys. You have to have the camera first.
Hello.
Or otherwise I
It's
have
Gaz.
to turn it around.
Right, hi guys, the lads have come to my house today to do a little bit of sorting out and grading. We've got Cole,
I did.
Skeggs,
Hello.
Daz, Gaz and Sir Jeffrey.
Pull yourself up to your full height, Jeff.
Let's give you a spin round. Right, so Daz is just about to do the grading with the lads. So, what do you think so far, Daz?
There's some nice fish in there, some unusual looking ones. I like this one. Is it snow asagi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Or our version of a snow asagi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly looks like a snow asagi.
Don't you have a closer look? Let's have a closer look.
Yeah.
Almost looks wild.
Definitely a keeper.
Oh, aye. Yeah. It's a nice fish, that.
Good size as well. Looks fit.
Having a look at a
Nice jag.
nice chag.
Oh, it is a nice jag, yeah.
Yeah, really nice fish. That Sensei Master caught all the fish. You won't want to see. You want someone to see a hippo trying to tight rope around this pond.
They're nice.
So yeah, we
Yeah. That's another.
Definitely-
It looks like
it
similar
is.
to the snow asagi, but not as
Yep.
much orange on the belly on the sides.
yeah. So like I say, we'll get back to you in a minute, guys, when we've been through a few fish.
I think that was
Ready to put it in there.
a squashed tomato that's gone fully black.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It could be gas, yeah.
Just like mine did. And then next year turned to a little bit of a speckled pan.
Right in, ladies and gents. It is dark. It is late at night, and I've just made the trip back from the Nottingham area, from Dazzler's Koi Farm and Mick Lawson. Met up with GKP Gaz and Colin and Jeffrey. That's right. I knew I'd get there in the end. And I'd come back with a little haul of babies. There's a few other fish I brought back as well. There's a couple of grass carp and another fish that's a goromo, or kind of a goromo. These have been floating around in their bags for a bit, but some of them are looking a bit exasperated, so I'm going to get them into a tank with a bit more water and a bit more air. So just wanted to have a quick look at what I'd brought back. I think there's about 60 fish in there or thereabouts, but they'll go in the grow on and they'll be in with the other fry and see what happens with them over winter, and we'll see if we can't grow them on a bit when the temperatures warm up. So as usual, too much gassing, too much doing stuff, not enough filming. Fitted a pair of retro bottom drains with the guys for Mick Lawson, and yeah, went quite well. The flow on his pond is tremendous now. We'll see what it does overnight to clear the bits and bobs off the bottom of his pond, but without further ado, I'm going to get these in the fry tank. And here we have the others, 2 grass carp, and what I can only think is a goromo. Not sure it's a goromo or if it might be a bit goshki, but it appears to be goromo, but it's basically lost its dorsal fin. It's all healed up, but it just doesn't have a dorsal fin. So yeah, again, it was one that was going to be dispatched, and you know me, I'm a sucker for a fish like that. I'll give it a chance and see what happens with it. After all, I'm not into showing fish and that sort of thing, so I like a wounded soldier. And then we've got the 2 grass carp. As you can see, one's about 20, one's about 25 centimetres. They're only babies, so we'll see what happens with them, but they're going to go in the main pond. Right guys, today's little job, I'm going to be mixing up some winter food, and what we're going to have is Medikoi wheat germ with garlic. We're going to have Proline Aqua wheat germ, and some Saki Hikari multi-season, and then into that mix we're going to put some in for Mr. Sturgeon. So that's my winter mix, and I'm just going to mix up a big bucket of it now, and there we go. Nice good winter mix. The bigger pellets are the wheat germ and garlic. The sort of squarish ones are the sturgeon food. The lighter 3mm pellets are the Proline Aqua, and the darker pellets are the Saki Hikari. So that should keep them going for a little while. Obviously they're not getting fed a lot at the moment. I would say there's a good 5 kilos mixed up there, and that'll give them a good mix and a good balance of things to munch on through the winter. And that's how I feed mine in the winter. And there we go. All of the fishies as you can see, my water at the minute is banging. It's absolutely gin clear. I love the winter. I hate the net, but I love the water quality in the winter because it is absolutely crystal clear. And the fish aren't even sulking that much. There's a couple of them over there, down by the bottom drain. Only a bit of a sulk. But all these are absolutely, look at that kajaku. That was one of the fry from this year. No special treatment, just escaped into the pond. And he's put on some size, that one, I tell you. But yeah. There's not even that much carp pox this year. It's surprising. There's one fish that was suffering quite heavily with it. I haven't seen him for a few days, so maybe he's gone off hiding somewhere. But yeah, I haven't seen him. There you go, guys. My little issue shower. Bit of a pirate, that one. His little eye patch. Everybody's quite happy. Swimming around. Albeit somewhat slowly. But yeah, someone said I hadn't put a lot of footage up of the pond the other day. So yeah, there you go. I thought I'd do a little bit of footage of the pond, just so you can see everybody's still happy and healthy, and my water's lovely and clear, and yeah, there's a lot of accusatory comments being made at the moment, but I think I've already addressed that one. But there you go. Catch you later, guys.